Hello. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I'm happy to welcome you today. Some of you probably met yesterday at our symposium dedicated to Gauri. So today we'll be having another symposium. The presentation part will be rather short because today we would like you to focus on the practical application of Gauri. And today we'll be having another amazing speaker, Dr. Juan Miguel Perez Diaz, who will be sharing his experience of using Gauri in his practice. And he will also conduct a live demo session. So this is a doctor with an extensional educational background and in surgery, aesthetics, and aging medicine, author of numerous injectable treatments and techniques, including Gauri, obviously. So please welcome Dr. Perez Diaz.
Thank you. Okay, I'm very happy to be here with you to talking about Gauri. I remember the first time that they give me one syringe of Gauri, I say, another polycaprolactone more, okay? And I started to use Gauri more than 3 years, around that, as when came to Spain, the Gauri at the beginning, you know. We didn't know. We had the protocol of the laboratory, but at the beginning it was treatment like the normal polycaprolactone that we had in the market, and we realized it's totally different. The indication is completely different, and the results are totally different. The skin can't tender, the skin can elasticity without volume, without complications, you know. And I think we had in our hands amazing product, not only for the aging of the people, but to prevent the aging of the people. And this is young people come to our clinics every day. Okay, I am doing medicine more than 20, aesthetic medicine more than 23 years in my practice. I started to study medicine in Cuba because I'm from Cuba. I'm finishing in Spain. And I have 3 techniques in the world with publications. And I'm working a lot about the world. And I have a clinic in Spain and in Miami. Okay, the hyaluronic acid, the booster, and mesotherapy every day came to our clinics, different booster, different hyaluronic acid, you know, and you say, another more, you know. But at the end, the result that we find with that is almost the same, okay? We don't have any booster that we can say will recover the elasticity of the skin, okay? And for these patients that they want that, you know, we had the another kind of the product of recolonization, and we have Gauri. It's totally different in the market, and with amazing results for this tense of the skin. And that's the reason, you know, the skin have to tense inside. And we have to look it for a product to spread around the face, you know. And this is I was more surprised when I started using Gauri, because at the beginning, the technique that we started to use was 10 point. And you know, I couldn't understand with 10 point, with polycaprolactone, we can find a totally result of the shape of the face. And this is the amazing of these products. You don't have to treatment a lot in the face, you don't have to do many points on the face, and you will have these results that the people want and the patient want. Without complication, without volume, without granulomas, you know, that this is quite important because the product, you will see, is totally soluble aside, okay? I remember when I started to study Sculptra in 1999. In 1999, the Sculptra, the name wasn't Sculptra, was new field. I remember I did, in the Master of Aesthetic, it was a first master in Spain, and I was working in the prison with people with VAs to try to show with the Sculptra don't change the CD4 and the virals. But after that came Radies. In my case, I don't use Radies. I don't like the quality of the skin of Radies. I think the calcium in the skin at the beginning, the skin is strong. Even if you treatment with thread, that I use it a lot, thread combinations, When I come patient with me treatment with radiate several times, the cannula doesn't go. I have very high problem to put the cannula in, even when I do the deeper techniques. Okay, after that came elances. Actually, I was treatment with elances a lot. Keeping in mind, elances is polycaprolactone, but the molecular are not regular. Okay, it's between 25-50 microns. Okay, and this is a gel. And one of the bigger problems some college have with elances was the granulums. Okay, if some of you have problem with elances, with granulum, what I recommend you to use a collagenasa, the enzyme. Very small dilute, and you put every 15 days, not a lot of quantity, and after 3-4 sessions, disappear. After that came asterfill. Asterfill is another polylactic acid, but the difference is poly-L-lactico. L-lactico, sorry, okay? I was speaking Spanish, sorry. The good one, asterfill, compared with Sculptra, they stimulate the collagen number 1 and number 3. It's another came to the market, okay? But also we have the same problem. We have to treatment around the face. We had the problem that the face could be overfilling. That this is we don't have with Gori. After that came Nitia, another collagen. Some college in Spain, they like it a lot. I don't see much result, if I tell you the truth. And what is the next? In 2021, came Gori. Okay, what is mean Gori? Okay, Gori is gorgeous. I love the word. Okay, it's a modern trend mark. Okay, every trend need a change. Okay, and we are treatment in the face with a new change. What is the change? It's polycaprolactone. All the molecules around, okay, are the same, and it's totally soluble aside in physiologic water, okay? That's the reason with a small point, we can treatment around the face and he spread in all our face. Not only to change the shape of the face, also to change the tender of the skin, the elasticity, the quality. Of course, yes, worry. I am here to talk about it, okay? I think the collagen stimulation is the future in the aesthetic medicine, because every day we see it in the skin, in the street, women overfilling, disgusting. I'm very worried with a new generation that they are deformed. He faces with the hyaluronic acid. They become like transvesti, we say. With this kind of treatment, we recover the look younger, youthful of our face without change, the shape of the face. Okay? It's in one syringe. If you see the syringe, I will show you now. It's a liquid, a little bit white, of course, it's polycaprolactone, but it's not so dense like Elances or another products in the market. It's soluble aside. And this is quite important, okay? When Gori comes to the skin, this fully liquid covers the extracellular matrix, It's the only product we have now in the market that we can stimulate this extracellular matrix with very simple treatment and very simple protocol, okay? I think, in the clinic we are 10 different doctors, and the doctors, when I do it always the same, they say, okay, Juan Miguel is doing the same, he will be boring, let's do it another thing, This treatment too boring, because you can do it easily, the patients come happy, after 4 weeks, and every time, I think now, in my experience, the patient came after 6 weeks, after 6 months, to touch one or two syringes, or after a year, you know? And they want Gauri. They don't want anything else. And this is quite important, okay? I know at the beginning when we started with Gauri, you know, we had the problem with the vaccine. You know, I think all of us in our practice with the vaccine, after the vaccine, we had problem with the swallow, with hyaluronic acid, with Fred, with collagen stimulation, you know. That's the reason when I'm using any collagen stimulation, I did, in the moment I put the cream of the patient, cetirizine, okay, to prevent this reaction. Because we are put our body to work, our body to respond what we want, you know, and sometimes we have this swallow that doesn't make sense, you know? And this happened to me even with patients that I did the dark circle 9 months before the vaccine. After the vaccine, they become like a monster, okay? And this is, for me, fundamental anti-age treatment. Directly affect where again start, and this is the most important, is in the extracellular matrix, okay? Natural way to delay the aging and prevent the aging, you know? And of course, the quality, you know, I always to say, you know, jellyfish, you know, everybody, you know the jellyfish, you know, in the up part of the jellyfish is round, and down is full of hands, okay? When I explain to the patient the Gauri, when you put the Gauri, it's like a jellyfish, you know? He spread around the dermis, in the deep dermis, but also goes deeper, you know? Because what I think with Gauri is like the skin, the face is in, not out, you know? That means, you know, will be a good study to do it, to see if we find Gauri in the fascia, after the treatment, and in the deep part of the ligaments, okay? But I think for sure, because the result work talking alone. Okay, before and after, sorry. This is when I started working, you know, 3 years ago. I put to her one syringe, only one syringe, every 3 months. Okay, that's the result. You have here. This is a study that we did in Spain with 100 patients in my clinic. And we did only with one syringe every 3 months with the old technique, 10 point. This is another case. I was shocked with her. She's the woman, she working with us, she is gynecology. She is the part of the clinic, she works in the aesthetic gynecology. And I was shocked because the quality of the skin and also the spot of the eyebrow changed, you know, very obviously. And she's very happy now. She's totally fan of Gauri. The shape of the skin, she recovered the shape of the cheekbones. She's a patient, you know. I carry here because we are here to talking about the normal protocol. But this woman, everybody wants, we have the publication, we can send you, is the woman that we do Gauri in the face and Gauri in the neck. The result in the neck is amazing. Amazing, but now it's out of level, okay? It's not like a protocol, okay? She have the same one syringe in the face every 4 weeks, and in the neck we put to her 2 syringes. Here again. This is another patient now with the new technique, okay? 2 syringes every 4 months. You know, look at the shape of the face, the dropping of the mouth, the lifting of the bone, and she's very, very happy. And also, We always have the problem with the malar area. You know, what I did before I put in the malar area, a combination with the hyaluronidase and collagenase with a small cannula. After a month, I did the GORI, and I have these results. Look at another angle. Another angle. This woman, you can see the neck. I treatment on her, 2 syringes in the face, 2 syringes in the neck, every first month. Look at the quality of the neck. Look at the quality of the shapes of the skin. Even the malar area, the zygomatic ligaments, you know, is higher, you know. This is a part that I like it a lot, because some patients, even they can say, I don't want this line here, you know. In my experience, I know if in this line you put hyaluronic acid at the beginning, goes down. In the moment the patient are in the clinic, you had a good result, but after 3-4 months, we had the gain. And also we had another problem because the hyaluronic acid is here. Okay, it's down, you know. With the GORI, you know, I have several patients, this part, they are very deep. I do the normal technique, and after that, with the cannula, I did the zygomatic in 3 different levels: fascia, deep dermis, superficial dermis, okay? And I have the result. This is also out of level, but I have here to tell you all my experience in these 3 years. This is, look at the different, not only the face, also the neck, okay? This is another patient. In this patient, we treatment only in the face, 2 syringes every 3 months, okay? Look at the shape. Actually, this patient came to the clinic, and I was telling her, I'm going to do thread, you know, because your face is very heavy. And she told me, no, I am afraid to the thread, you know? And I tell her, okay, we have the possibility, but I don't know if it's going to work, because your face is very heavy. And here we have the results. She's very happy now, and she can every 6 months for his GORI, even if she don't need sometime. Look at the shape. And this is me. In the confination, I eat it myself. You know, I have a small daughter. Sometimes I want to put a hair for the window like a butterfly. You know, I was eating myself. And in the moment I was losing weight, during this period to this period, I lose 22 kilos. The only that I did in my face every 3 months was worry. You know, you can see the shape of the face, you know. And I have a big problem in all my family with this area. You know, I was thinking, okay, I'm 50, I'm going to do a lifting. But no, with GORI, I prevent the lifting, okay? This is another angle. And also, when the patient came to the clinics to do treatments, you know, for nutrition, or we carry the stomach or whatever, I always tell her every 3 months, came, we put you that, and we prevent the dropping of the face to prevent the lifting in the future, okay? And this case, what I did, you know, this kind of case, everybody knows in our practice is we stop the movement of the head for goes down, because it's very deeper and the eyes brown is down. What I did at the beginning, I put bottle between the head for and in the eyes. And after that, I use it, this is also out of level, 2 syringes of GORI. With the old technique, I put here half and half, okay? Very deeper, looking to the intersection with the orbital ligaments, orbital and the ancho-orbital. I don't know the name in English, you know? Here in this point, I'm going to look in I looking for the bone, and I leave there 0.5 ml. And I did the line over there with cannula, you know, retrograde, I put another syringe. And this is the result after 3 months. You can see in front, here. Okay, let's play. Okay, let's do it. Okay, it's very simple treatment. I hope you enjoy. Any question?
I think
Por favor.
we better, I'm sorry, but I think we better go with the live demo first and then questions at the end to make sure that we have enough time to do the treatment.
Perfect, perfect. She did her first session in Paris. The doctor, Dr. Hans, that I think is the doctor who have more experience in gories around the world, you know. And, you know, I see your videos so many times to do this practice before. And I think I see a lot of difference. You know, I would like to Dr. Han talking to him to send me your previous pictures to compare. Okay, and the treatment is very very easily. Okay, we are going to do 2 entry points. Please turn it on like that. Okay, the first point to the cantle to the cant of the eyes. You know, around 25 degrees. We are measured around 3 centimeters, okay? To avoid all the complications in that area, you know, all the circulatory complications. I look in the nose, and I will do it my first line, okay? My second line, we can do it. To look in the contour of the mouth, okay, or the chin, you know? Sometimes when I had patients, they don't need the head foot, okay? I do 3 lines, okay? The line that I will do here, I did here. Because most of the patients, when they can't, the head foot is very nice. I don't need to fully up, okay? And I do this and this, okay? But in that case, we are going to do the protocolo, like is the protocolo from the laboratory, and the second, we are going to do it looking the chin. Okay? The second point, the second entry point, okay? I will avoid all this area. It's full of vein, everybody knows, and also here is the nerves, okay? And this will be my entry point. Okay? And I will do the line to look in the center of the head foot, of the head for to see the head of the eyebrow. Like that. Okay? If we have some patient that this area is very deep, okay, I do in the deep area. Okay? But in her case, I don't need it. It's quite good. Okay, the only what we want is to lift up the eyebrows. Okay. The second one, the old technique, you know, because some doctors tell me, but what is the difference? What you change the technique? What the laboratory change the technique? Keeping in mind, we are treatment with a solubilized product. You know, if we have bruises, the bruises will stay inside longer than normally because he spread around, the bruises will be bigger. Even if we do with 30 G needle, okay? That's the reason I prefer the cannula. It's more easily and it's more safe, okay? The old technique, I did a point here, look in the eyes, 2 centimeters. The another point was here. The point that I tell you out of level is in the canto of the eyebrow. This is ligament orbital, orbital malar, ancho orbital, and in this area, go to the bone, I put 0.0 ml, okay, to lift it here, okay? But we don't need, I recommend to do that if you had a lot of experience with the product and a lot of experience with the needle in that area, because if you make a bruises, will be very big bruises, okay? Okay, 25 degrees of the contour of the eyes, okay, around 30.5 centimeter. My first line looking to the nose, my second line looking to the chin, sorry. Okay? I avoid almost 2 centimeters from the last part of the eyebrow, okay, and entering, and I look it to the medial part of the head for at the same time to the eyebrow, okay? In that area, we have some patients, they are deep here, especially the old patients, that they came to the clinic and they say, I have a line here over my nose. If you put hyaluronic acid, you don't change it. If you put Botox and she's very dropping, you don't change it. You have only 2 solutions, put fret or put worry, okay? In this line, okay? With 0.1 ml every 3 times, sometimes 4 times, disappear and the eyebrow is a little bit more up. Of course, I do also the technique of the head fold. Okay, let's start. We are going to use 25 cannula plus 50, but if some of you uses Gori, when the Gori goes to the skin, it's very itchy, okay? Okay, if I have a patient I don't like too much and I don't want to come back, I do without anesthetic, okay? But normally I put before anesthetic and I wait. In the moment that I do the anesthetic, I do the other side and I start. Normally I use it lidocaine, 1 ml. I will use it for all face, 3 ml, 0.5 each line. Okay. And some patients, some doctors, they was asking me, what we don't miss Gowri at the same time with the lidocaine, and we don't have to do it 2 times. Okay. It's very important, don't change the solubilized the product, to maintain the quality of the product and to have the bigger results, okay? Normal with 23 needle, okay? The second one. I saw her video before. I said, okay, fantastic, you're a good patient. She's quite good patient. If we don't have time after the treatment for questions, okay, everybody have my internet, my Instagram, okay? You can ask me whatever you want, and also I will leave you my email if you want to see what we are doing new, our lever in our experience in the neck. Okay? Okay. We have to go superficial. Why we go to superficial? Remember the yellow the jellyfish, okay? I want to spread in the dermis and goes down, okay? If you are going superficial and you think you have a resistance of the skin, you press and that's it, okay? I always like to pass the zygomatic ligament, you know, always, you know. Dr. Han don't do that, but I like it to do it like that, to pass the zygomatic ligaments to have more lifting effect. Okay, in retrograde, like everybody knows, soft to be homogenic than aesthetic in the way. Let's do it the another one. I'm going to put it like that to see, can you see better? Okay. Ligomatic ligamento. I'm going down, a little bit down, and I like that, you know, because when I do this fall, I'm sure I have the gory in all the way, okay? And when I take my syringe out, I'm sure I spread all that, like that, okay? Perfect. Are you okay?
Yes.
Who is better, Dr. Han or me?
Let's watch it again.
This is a bad question, eh?
Yes.
Okay, we continue. Remember here, we have the malar balls, okay? If the patient has malar balls, I recommend you before treatment the balls with enzymes, and after that with gory, and you will have amazing results, okay? I pass the ligament, okay, and I put my anesthetic, okay? The rest, actually, when I do thread, I put anesthetic with cannula, with 22, like that. And it's more easily for me, and I prevent the bruises for the patient if I do with needle. As you see, hostia, no veo. As you see, the technique is very simple. It's not complicated technique. Okay. After you do the treatment, you don't have to massage. You don't need it because the product, with his quality, will spread a lot. He will spread in his way to working. Okay. The syringe comes like that. Okay. As you see, it's white, you know, a little bit transparent. Even if you put like that many days, or you put like that many days, you will see the product is homogenic all the time. And this is quite important. We have 1.1 ml in each syringe, and we are going to do it 0.3 in each part. Okay? What I do, I leave for the last to the part that I want to lift it more, because I will have a little bit more gory in the last way, you know? But what I'm going to do it, I'm going to start from the head for here, and the rest I'm going to put it in that part because I want to lift it here more, I want to shape her more, the contour of the face, and I want to shape to define his cheekbone. Sorry for my English, I have more Cuban accent, speak English than Spanish. Okay, slowly. I'm going to put 0.3. Okay, and when you are going to do a retrograde, you have to do soft and slowly to be all the products homogenic in the area. Okay? We got it? You know, I don't pressure nothing else. You had a little bit of pain?
No, it's fine.
No, it's fine. Okay. I am the best. I know. No, Dr. Han is the doctor, has more experience in the world with Gauri. Okay. This is for me. I see more result when I do that. I spread all the skin up, okay? And I started like that. And I started to lift the skin, go on his way. I went very slowly. And I start again from the ligaments. And I do it again. Okay? It means I do 2 different levels between the ligaments and the up part of our mark. Okay? The rest, I'm going to do it like that. And again, I made the fall, and I started soft, slowly, homogenic, to be all the product in the same way, you know. Okay? Some doctor, they ask me, now with the new technique, how you do here, in the canto of the eyes. I starting from here, okay? I don't have anything in my syringe, I will don't do anything. You go deep, okay? Touch the bone, and go up. And I have here, and I leave it there, okay? Let's going to start from the head 4. Normally in the clinic, after that, we put a mask, cold mask, okay? Because I do this treatment very fast, so the patient realize we are treating a lot. Okay. Second one, remember in this area, I'm going to do 2 different layers. I start with normal layers, superficial, okay? I make the fall, you know. And when I pass the ligament, I start again a little bit more deeper, touching the ligaments and do it again. You know, for me, it's very important, especially with this product, that we can recover the way of the shape of the ligaments, you know, treatment in different layers of the ligaments to have more lifting effect, okay? The second, like the first I start, I always do the fold to flip all the line. I do soft, homogenic, I split, I feel it, I am here. Okay. Now from the another side, again, if you want to do this point, okay, you can do it from here. You go deeper to the bone, I am touching the bone, I put the cannula down, and I am here, okay? And in this area, if the patient have the eyebrow very drop, you can put 0.5 without any complication. I have more than 1,000 cases. In his case, I leave a little bit more in the front to cover this area and to lift here that she needs. Okay? Any questions?
La primera pregunta ya me la respondiste, que no se diluía. Dijiste una ampolla cada 3 meses.
Cada mes.
Por mes, ¿por cuántos? 3
sesiones.
3 sesiones.
She asked me how many sessions they need and how many ampoules they need. 2 ampoules every 1 month. Normally I do it a month and a half after 45 days. Okay? 3 sessions. To maintainers, it depends on the patients. Some patients, they want to do it every 6 months, every 8 months, or a year, you know? And also, what I do Gauri also. Gauri, I think, has 3 important indications, okay? To prevent the aging, you know? To treatment the aging, and before the threats, you know? Is with treatment, threats in face, is not with a good quality of collagen, we don't do anything. Because after 2-3 months, the patients drop again. You know, they had pain, they pay for nothing. And this is quite important before to do the threat, keeping in mind that, okay? Because I always say to the patient, this is a step by step. If you are here dropping with not quality of the skin, if your collagen is very fine, we have to recover this shape of the collagen, the dense of the collagen, and after that, we do the thread. And we have more result, we are going to use less threads, and we stay longer. Okay? Another question.
Hi, Juan Miguel. Very nice meeting you. Thank you for your conference. So I have 2 doubts. One is how many of your patients, because I know you had a lot of patients with Gauri, did have an allergic reaction, or if you use a kind of a prophylaxis treatment to avoid allergies? And the other question is, how long do they need to wait to use a machine that produces heat, like radio frequency or Indiva?
Perfect. This is a good question. I forgot. Okay? At the beginning, I have, in the first 3 months, 2 reactions. Immediately, the patient didn't tell me they put the vaccine before, 1 day before, and I have a reaction after 15 days, okay? At the beginning, I didn't know. We didn't know what's going to happen. What I treat, my treatment prednisone, 30 milligrams, goes down, okay? What I do now, you know, I have 2 kinds of patients. The patients in Madrid and in Miami, I see them not every day, okay? And for this patient, maybe I put in 1 session 6 Gauri, okay? With this kind of patients, you know, I put, after the treatment, 30 milligrams of prednisone for 3 days, and I don't have any more complications, okay? And Gauri and machines, you know, I have Tixel, and I'm falling in love to Tixel and Gauri. I do first Gauri in the neck, and after that, Tixel. And the result is 2 times better at the same moment. At the same moment, also with the radio frequency. You know, because it's hot, spread more, and you will have more result.
Great.
But I don't have experience with laser at the same moment. If I have to do laser, I wait 15 days.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you for your nice presentation. I have 3 questions. Did you ever see any granuloma reaction? First one. The second one is, how do you apply it to the neck, superficial or deep? And third question, do you combine it with mesotherapy, for example?
Okay. The reaction, the rash, what you are talking about, the rash, when the patient gets red.
Or,
Okay.
or granuloma reaction?
Yes, I think, you know, it's because it's soluble outside. This reaction I had only when I do with needle, you know? Even the reaction that I had, I always, when I do with needle, I forget now, but everybody know what I tell you. You know, to prevent if I am in the vein.
Aspirate.
Okay? Aspirate. And even that, if you are near to the base, could be happen. I have maybe 5 cases. But with the cannula, I didn't have. But in the neck, what I do it? In the neck, I treatment two different ways. I treatment in the milioideo, in the central part with needle, and the lateral part from the auriculomandibular ligament with cannula. Okay?
How many syringes?
2 or 4, depends on the patient. It's what I tell you. If some patient that I can see you in 1 month, I prefer put only 2. Because in my experience, if you put 2, you have more result if you put 6. You know? Keeping in mind that. This is very important. I don't know why, but it's like that. You know? And what I do in the neck, here in this part, needle, you know, like bean balls, you know, 4 milliliters needle, and in this part with cannula. If you want, I send you, I have the publication with all the description, but it's in Spanish. But I think I have it in English also.
I think the question was about granuloma. It's not the bruising, just to make sure it's about the granuloma. Did you have any cases
the
of
granuloma,
granuloma?
I didn't see granuloma with Gori. I didn't see any granuloma with Gori. I didn't see. You know, from the 2021, I started to use less quantity of syringe because I didn't was sure. But now we are using between 500, 600 syringe per month in the Bose clinic, and I didn't see any granuloma reaction.
Any risk of vascular occlusion or any other side effects that we should know about?
The vascular obstruction is what, keeping in mind, you will not have because it's soluble inside. You know, if you touch a vein and you put the Gobri inside of the veins, the patient will have the reaction red, the tension goes down, and they think, and the heart goes very deep. The first moment happened to me, I was cheating on me because I didn't know how to do it. You know, I pay the patient quiet. I was keeping of them. After 5 minutes, disappear. But this is happening with the needle. That's the reason I tell you. For me, the best technique is the cannula. With the cannula, you don't have this problem.
Any other adverse events? And if it's over volumized, can you dissolve it?
You will not see overvolume at all. At all. Even if you put, you know, we are not a machine. When you are doing with the cannula, the retrograde, it's not something millimeters that you can see all the product at the same time. You will not see any problem. Even I do Gobri a lot in this ring over here that are very small. You know, normally I use hyaluronic acid for that, you know, but you have this patient that have this line very superficial, and I treat mine like a mesotherapy with 4 milliliters needle. The results are amazing. Nothing. No, I put a cream anesthetic and ice before the injection. But the good one of that, you don't put a lot of quantity. You put less than 0.1. 0.0, you put around 0.02, 0.03 each treatment. Everybody wants to know. You have the video in my channel YouTube and in my Instagram.
And one last question for today, please.
Hello. Do you see after treatment long-lasting bruises, and how can I help to my patient?
Okay.
And the second, how can you explain the long-lasting bruises? It's about 3 months. I have 2 patients with that problem, and what I can do for my patient and how you can explain this problem.
Okay. Always, when I explaining to the patient any treatment of recollagenization, any treatment with hyaluronic acid, I always say, I put you the product, the best product, but also I put you the product and you are alive. Depend also the lasting of your quality of the skin, of the hydration, of the food, if you take collagen, if you're not taking collagen, you know. And you have some patients the hyaluronic acid don't last. And I work on them with different brands, the good one brands in the market, you know. And in this, with the localization, this is happening. What I'm doing with that patients, you know, in Spain we say overhang, you know. I put after the first session plasma with cannula, a lot of quantity, and radiofrequency, and I present to them, only to keep the patient. Yeah. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It's only to treatment a little bit, and they see a lot of improvement, you know. And the first question was was the first question? Okay.
Explain this.
Okay. What happened with the bruises? The problem of the bruises is the needle. Okay? If we had a bruises with a needle, keeping in mind, you don't have the normal bruises with hyaluronic acid. You will have the bruises, you have this blood will spread with the gowry. That's the reason when we had the gowry bruises, even with 30G, it's bigger. You know, it's work. How I treatment on them? I injecting anchafibrin is the name, the commercial name in Spain is. Sorry? No, it's a treatment that we use for the spot. And in Spain, we had injecting in the area. I tell you now that it's very common now. I forgot, because this is but I tell you now what the principle.
That was the last question. I'm really sorry because we ran out of the time. Please do contact us, and the doctor also welcome you to contact him on his social media. So we thank you everyone for coming today. We do hope that you enjoy live demo, and we're waiting for you at our booth. Thank you.